Hey folks, how's it going? So, what's going on with SCF/Fintoch? And in case you're wondering if why is there a black screen, it's because I don't feel like showing my face after 12 hours of driving a truck. But no worries, there's nothing to see, nothing to show, no PowerPoint, anything like that. So just hopefully my voice is entertaining enough for you tonight. I warn you, this is an extremely long explanation. I will try to make it as quick and as painless as possible. Please listen to the whole thing, regardless of how possibly boring and long-winded this may become. Every single part will be important, and again, I will try to make this as quick and as possible and painless as possible. I think I said possible too many times. Anyways, so what's going on with SCF? Okay, so we have just entered, it's now November 10th. As of today, we have just entered phase 3.0. What happened to phase 1.0 and 2.0 that we need a 3.0? Well, SCF got thrown a curveball by the SEC. So we know that their number one goal since day one, since back from the Fintoch days, their number one goal was to get onto NASDAQ by January 2024. Now at the beginning of November, they've got less than 2 months to hit that goal. Their goal was to hit it by January 24th. Well, come to find out, they're learning some last minute compliance rules and policies, and I did confirm this is all legit, so they aren't making things up just to mess with us. These are real rules and policies from the SEC and other regulatory agencies in charge of approving you to appear on the NASDAQ. So the main rule being that if you are a tech company, a fintech company creating a coin, creating a blockchain, that is the number one purpose of your company, and you're trying to be on NASDAQ, the coin that you create must be a domestic coin, meaning your company must have created the coin. Now, if you think back, Fintoch did create the FTC coin, but then when they merged with SCF, they acquired the SCF coin. They did not create the coin themselves. They acquired it. So that thus they just found out that coin is disqualified from being the main product to enter the NASDAQ with. So now, less than 2 minutes till the finish line, they are put in a position where they have to create a brand new coin last minute and fill it with a minimum of $10 billion worth of liquidity. Now, because of some technical issues that I'm not going to get into details about, no, to answer your question before you ask, we cannot simply take the liquidity from the SCF coin and move it to the new coin. That's not a thing. It doesn't work that way. We can't do it. Plus, a lot of that money isn't even within the SCF network. They have invested some of it. They have lent a lot of it out. Remember, a lot of what they do is lending money out at a high interest rate, and that's how the company makes its profit. So a lot of that money that was raised, a lot of that $10 billion is out with other companies being borrowed. So again, long story short, they cannot simply just move the liquidity from the SCF coin to the new coin. That's not a thing, can't happen. They actually have to generate brand new liquidity into the new coin. So that falls on us, the members. Now, they cannot, again, because the deadline is so close, they cannot simply just create a new staking program for us to take part of because basically what that does, it's too slow. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water with a hole at the bottom that is constantly leaking money. So the whole staking thing works, but it doesn't work fast enough for what they need it for. So they're actually using a very old school program that has a horrible connotation in order to get the job done. They have turned to an old school Ponzi scheme. Well, pyramid scheme, basically. Not a Ponzi scheme. I take that back. They've turned to an old school pyramid scheme as the best way to generate a lot of funds in a short matter of time. Now, if you are familiar with a pyramid scheme, the person on top ends up making a ton of money in a very short amount of time. In this case, who's on top? SCF. So that brings us to what is available for us, the members, right now going into Phase 3.0. In case you haven't heard, or you have but don't have the details on, there is no passive method of earning a income or a profit in Phase 3.0. There is no staking, there is no lending, there is none of that. Okay. In the app, it seems like they kept an option for the mortgage. I don't know if it works the same way it did before, if it's just residual leftover programming. Either way, as of right now, they did confirm there is absolutely no way for us to earn a passive income. In Phase 3.0, it is 100% based on recruiting, building a team, and building a large team. Okay? Now, before you run away, you're like, I'm not a recruiter, I'm not selling anything, I'm not recruiting, blah, blah, blah. It only needs to look that way on paper. What do I mean by that? So, you know that they've come out with a new coin. This new coin, they are asking for us to be qualified as an active member. The absolute minimum that we have to come in with is 500 USTD. Okay? When this coin kicks off, which it now has, they're going to give us a 1-for-1 evaluation on the swap. So you put in 500 USTD, you're going to get 500 coins. Okay. Now, this is not a stable coin. As we buy coins, it will go up in value. Okay. Plus, there is a burning algorithm going on in order to increase the value of this coin. What do I mean by that? So you're the first people to buy these coins, you're going to give them $500 worth of USTD, and you will receive 500 tokens. Before that transaction completes, they're going to take 90% of those tokens, right? So you're going to give them $500. You are acquiring 500 tokens. Of those 500 tokens, they're going to take 450. So 90%, they're going to take 450 of those tokens and burn them. They're going to put them in a black wallet. They're going to burn them. No one's ever going to touch them again. You will then receive the remaining 50 tokens. Okay? You can't swap them. You can't do anything with them. They're just going to sit in your wallet. Okay? Because they are burning 90% of the tokens that are being purchased, this will immediately raise the value of these tokens. I mean, you're talking about instantly raise the value. Okay? With so many people doing this over so many transactions, it is expected that they're lowballing it here, but it is expected that it should raise the value of this new token at a rate of 2x or double the value every single month. So, yes, it does suck that we have to start all over again with a new token. However, this token is going to skyrocket in price. If you thought SCF was going up pretty good, this one's going to skyrocket even more. So to kind of bring it all together, say you buy $500 worth of this token, you're supposed to get 500 of these tokens. They're going to burn 450 of them. They're going to hand you 50 tokens. 50 tokens. You paid 500, but you get 50 tokens. In a month, those coins double. They're now worth the equivalent of $100. Another month goes by, the value doubles. They're now worth the equivalent of $200. After 3 months, they're worth $400. Another month, $800. At 4 months down the road, you will have totally invested $500 one time, but you will have the equivalent of $800 worth of this token. Not only did you break even, but you also made a 60% profit. Okay? Now, phase 3 is expected to last 6 months. Hopefully it's shorter than that. It's really dependent on us, and I'll get back to that in a moment, why it's dependent on us. But they expect it to last about 6 months. So after 4 months, the token's worth about $800 in your wallet. 1 more month, after 5 months, it should be expected to be worth about $1,600. And then at the end of 6 months, you now have $3,200 worth of this token in your wallet, which you originally paid $500 for. You have well over 6x'd your investment. At some point, assuming we hit the goal of $10 billion as a community, this coin would soon become available on FinSwap to swap out for USDD. You'd be able to cash it out, trade it, whatnot. Again, if you only buy $500 worth of this token, at the end of 6 months, it's expected you'd have about $3,200 worth of this token to sell or continue to hold on for even longer if you believe it will go up in value. Okay. Now, if you remember, in previous phases, there was always a requirement or a minimum that we had to purchase or get involved in or stake or pledge for us to be counted as an active member. Okay, in the previous phase, we needed the equivalent value of 2 SCF coins, which came out to about $130 that we had to do a quick pledge for in order for us to be counted as a active member. Okay, the new requirement for us to be an active member is we must make a purchase of $500 of this new token. Okay. Now I am going by what I am explaining. I'm going by what was explained from a Zoom call with Derek and Steve and the other kind of main corporate Asian group on a Zoom call from about 5 days ago. Today it was announced, and I noticed in the update, they're asking for a donation. I don't know if that's one and the same, if that purchase, they've changed the wording now to donation, or it's two separate things. But it seems like that's the method by which they're asking us to go by to buy this new coin. Okay. But either way, we got to do a minimum of $500 in order to be counted as active. What do we get for being active members? Being a qualified active member qualifies you for referral commissions, team bonuses, and your node voucher refund. Remember that we must be an active member in order to be qualified when it comes the day that they're going to refund us for our node purchases from a few months ago. Okay, the mining will continue. Those of us that have nodes, we will continue to mine. That will be the one exception to the no passive earnings rule. Okay, we can continue to take our withdrawal from the mining. However, everything is frozen. Okay, even though we can acquire the SCF coins from the mining, there is no way to swap those SCF coins for USTD to cash out. You can swap it for FUSD, but then it's stuck. Like, you can't do anything with that at the moment. Okay? They are 100% focused on just building more liquidity towards this token. They can't do that if there is a hole in the bucket and allowing us to cash out, whenever we want. On that similar track, the 180 days is coming up, where the 180-day restriction regarding the node mining and all that is coming up in December. That is still happening. The restrictions will be lifted. You will now receive 100% of what your node is producing. You will be able to withdraw it. The only current catch is that it will be paid, or it will continue to be paid in SCF, which again, we cannot cash out for USTD. So we're just stuck. All of these funds, all this liquidity, all these frozen assets will continue to be frozen and stuck until the end of Phase 3.0. When does the end of Phase 3.0 come? It comes when we as an organization, as a community, as a company have reached $10 billion of liquidity into the new token. That's when this ends. They're hoping it happens within the next 6 months, but it's really upon us. How much can we purchase? How much or how fast we can share with others so that they can come in and purchase the coin. And I have not spoken on that either. Okay, so there is an incentive to buying the coin and telling other people and having other people buy the coin. Okay, if one of your referrals buys the coins for minimum $500, the sponsor, you get 50% immediately paid out in USTD. All right, you will use USTD to make the purchase, and your referral commissions will be paid in USTD. You immediately get 50%. So your referral pays $500. You will receive $250 in USTD. I believe it's BEP20, but I'm not sure. It's one of the USTD coins. Honestly, it doesn't matter whether it's TRC20, BEP20, or ERC20. We can cash out any one of the USTD coins. Okay, so your referral makes a purchase for $500. You get $250. If your referral refers someone and they make a purchase of $500, you also get a percentage of their purchase. I don't remember what it is. I want to say it's 45%, but I honestly don't remember. But it keeps going down through 20 levels. You will be paid referral commissions through 20 levels. Aside from that, they've also created a matrix compensation plan. As of right now, they have not decided if it's a 3x3 or a 5x5 matrix plan. What is a matrix plan? If they decide to go with the 3x3 matrix plan, basically what that means is you referred 3 people who referred 3 people who referred 3 people. Okay? And you get a percentage of each one of those levels. I don't remember what the percentages are, but that will be on top of the 20 levels of referral commissions. Okay, so you have the 20 levels of referral commissions, you have the 3x3 or 5x5 matrix, and there is a third opportunity here. They have brought back the rank bonuses. So you remember, some of us were GMs and other ranks. They brought that back. You will earn bonuses depending on what rank you are. So there are several methods to earn, but it is all 100% based on recruiting, making new wallets, making new purchases, kind of selling the new token. Now, again, I mentioned this earlier, it only needs to look good on paper, okay? The company is encouraging us, letting us know there is a way to cheat the system. Okay, at the end of the day, this is still a decentralized network. There is no way to prove that these wallets are being held by different people. Thus, one person can own multiple wallets and there's no way to prove otherwise. It is decentralized. How is this a benefit? If you yourself or someone you know happens to want to come in with a large sum of money, say they want to come in with $2,000, they're asking, do not put all $2,000 into one wallet. Simply make a purchase of just $500 in one wallet. Then make 3 wallets where you referred yourself 3 times, and then put $500 in each one of those 3 wallets. So that helps the company hit its goal to where it's showing that it's expanding and there's more wallets. Plus, it's helping you because on the 3 wallets that you created and referred yourself, you're going to immediately receive a 50% kickback. Okay? So your first wallet, you paid $500 for that coin. The next 3 wallets that you created, you're going to get $250, $250, $250. Then you get to get back $750. So your total purchase, you still bought $2,000 worth of the new coin, but it only cost you $1,250. Okay. Plus, some of that will go into the matrix. You'll receive some other bonuses from that. And depending how big your network is, that might benefit you on the ranking bonuses as well. Okay. So, I believe that's everything. So, they have to create a new token. We're being asked to help add liquidity to this token. They've came up with all kinds of commissions to help us be incentivized to buy this coin. And as far as any kind of passive opportunity, no, there is no passive opportunity. Okay. The new coin, can we trade it? Can we sell it? Can we do anything with it? No. The moment you buy it, it will sit in your wallet most likely for the next 6 months to a year until this new coin goes on FinSwap, and then we can go ahead and trade it for whatever it's worth at that time. And I think that's about it. That's all I can remember. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. Feel free to send me a message, comment, or something if you got questions. But hopefully you're up to speed now. And again, Phase 3 will not be completed until the liquidity reaches $10 billion. So it's really up to the community how fast we get there. And that's it. Y'all have a good night.